Get up in the morning, you go to work, you want to come home. Yeah.
Get back to our seats. Some people played, I think,
What'd you do with Josie?
somebody wants to come over here. There's an empty chair. There's an empty chair here. It's just the arms make it just a little bit hard, but if somebody wants to sit over here, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, we're back. What do you think we're gonna do next?
Something easy, because I'm new.
There you go, I love it, you're right.
Well, I'm new too, so.
You are so right, it's gonna be something easy, and it's gonna make you feel really good. For those of you who have been here, what are we going to do? What's the second form? What's the second movement? Open and close. Yes, all right, good. Let me demonstrate it, and then we will do it together. So I'll demonstrate it this way, and then I'll turn and demonstrate it the other way. So this is the open and close. And I'll turn and demonstrate it to the other side. Pretty simple, wouldn't you say? Yeah, right. So I want you to take note of how you're feeling right now. And hopefully you're slightly uncomfortable because you're sitting upright in your chairs with your feet about shoulder width apart. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Yes, all right. And we're gonna do the open and close together. And a couple of pointers right from the get-go is if you can have your hands pointed up towards the ceiling and your arms are a little bit away from your body. And if you were to bring your hands in, you would end up touching your chin a little bit. So just to kind of know where your hands are. So what I did was just kind of have your hands like this. Your hands are away from your body. You don't want to hug yourself. You want to kind of be out a little bit. And if you bring your hands in, it's just about below your chin. All right. So what we're going to do is your hands are about head width apart. So sometimes you can cheat, do a little head width because see where your head is. And you're going to pull your hands apart like magnets are in your hands. So use gentle resistance to pull your hands apart to shoulder width. Then immediately you're going to start to push them back to head width. So I'll do that again. We're going to begin by pulling those hands. Gentle resistance to your shoulders. Then immediately start to push them back to your head width. We're doing this because Tai Chi is continuous. So again, pull those hands apart to shoulder width. Exhale, push those hands back to head width. So I just said breathing. So what we're going to do now that you kind of have that movement down is when you pull your hands apart, breathe in through your nose, nice and slow. Pull those hands apart to head width or shoulder width, excuse me. Exhale, pushing your hands back to head width. We're going to do it again. So pull those hands apart, breathing in through the nose. Exhale, push those hands back to head width. One more time. Pull those hands apart, breathing in. Exhale, push those hands back. And then just put your hands down. Does anyone want to make a comment about how they felt before and how they feel now?
Tired.
Okay, tired?
Relaxed.
Smooth.
My arms are heavy.
Interesting, yeah. Heaviness. You were using your muscles. When I said gentle resistance, Pam, where you did your
I did my bicep.
See, all right. So that could be why that heaviness. You were really using your muscles. Yeah. All right. So a lot of different things, but for the most part, you did have a change, so that was interesting to me. So most people felt something changed a little bit. Tai Chi breathing is actually a healing breathing. So that's why we do it in and out through the nose. And again, there's evidence to show that breathing like that really helps our body, and it really does help it to relax. And if you're in a relaxed state, what happens to your blood pressure?
Goes down.
Goes down. Most people know about the fight or flight response. You know what I'm talking about, stress. And so your hormones jump up and
I live in it.
oh, so now you know what I'm talking about. So Tai Chi breathing is wonderful because a lot of us actually breathe very shallow, and that actually can kind of put you in that state of stress frequently. So meaning you're kind of continuously in that state. By switching your breathing to slowly in and out, that brings your blood pressure down, and that helps you to relax your body and also your mind. We talked about that the last time. We talked about the hamster wheel. Well, hamster's going on. You got something kind of ruminating, you're thinking a lot about something, it's a negative thought. Well, we want to kind of kick that little hamster off its wheel. We want to stop that process. When you're doing that breathing, people commented that they stopped thinking about that. You can't do both at the same time. So it's really helpful for helping your stress levels and helping your body to relax. And then those toxins that your body makes when it's under stress also are stopped. So it's just a really good healing process for our body. If you have problems breathing in and out of through your nose, it's spring, it's allergy season, some people have asthma, whatever that may be, it's okay to breathe in and out through your mouth. But if you can, through your nose, again, it would be a little bit better. So, all right. Any questions or comments?
Yes. The difference between regular exercise of breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth and pulling your belly in at the same time versus breathing in your nose and exhaling through your nose.
Beyond my pay grade as an instructor. I just think I'm a little bit there. I don't know.
I get the Epic newspaper, and there was an article about that, breathing through your nose, how good it is for you.
Yep, I just know that they have done research. So there's lots of different kinds of breathing, and they have found that yes, and there's a type of breathing, it's got a number to it, like 4-8-4 or something like that, where if you breathe in so many counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it for 4, something like that, and then exhale for, maybe it's 4-4-4. And so there's lots of different types of breathing, and it's very good and beneficial. This just happens to be Tai Chi breathing. So it's just a way they've researched it and have come up. Again, it deals way back when with ancient Chinese medicine that they've really found. And it's interesting how in the modern times they've been able to study it and actually see the results as to why. But that kind of breathing is wonderful as well. But since we're taking Tai Chi, we'll do that. Thank you though, interesting.
Do you also, when you're inhaling, do you tuck your tummy in? I always do.
So I won't get into it today,
Oh.
but yes, Pam, that's very good, that's insightful. There is a place it's an imaginary place, 3 finger lengths in to our bellies and 3 finger lengths from our belly button is this imaginary place called the dantian. And that is where the breathing takes place, where it's going to expand, and when you exhale, it'll deflate, so that in and out. So yes, but we'll wait till another time to talk about that. So let's add it to our first move. Does anybody remember the name of the first one we were working on? Yeah. Oh, very good. All right, so we're going to practice commencement again a couple of times, and then we'll add the open and close. So remember, when you're seated, to stay nice and straight and tall as you're able to, and your shoulders are relaxed. And what is the stance that we do?
Shoulder chest.
Yeah, all right. And so we're gonna begin and we raise our arms up to shoulder height. Then we start to bring those hands back down. Remember the letter U. And as you bring your hands in to get that box, you step with your left, so I'm gonna exaggerate, but pick up your leg and put it down and bring that box up, and then your right leg up and down and put the box on that shelf. So let's do that one more time together, and then we will do Charlie Chaplin stance, shoulders are relaxed, and begin. We're gonna raise those arms up to shoulder height. Start to bring them back down, and as you bring them in towards your waist, you're gonna step with the left. Bring your hands up, right foot, and the box goes on that shelf. Now your elbows are gonna go down and your fingers are gonna point up, and you're gonna pull those hands apart, breathing in through the nose to shoulder width. Exhale, push those hands back to head width. Good. Good. All right, so let's do that again. Nice and shoulders are nice and relaxed. Charlie Chaplin stance, if you're able to. And we're gonna begin by raising those arms up to shoulder height. Start to bring them back down. And as you draw your hands in, you're gonna step with the left foot. You're gonna bring that box up and step with your right. Put the box on that shelf, elbows go down, fingers are pointed up. Breathe in through your nose, exhale, and push your hands back to head width. Just bring our hands in. Great. I fall asleep instantly.
Getting you away from this. Shut up.
Oh, I know, that's too funny.
Oh, that was fun.
You probably don't know any moves beyond this one. It was Yes, your pets will be like, what are you doing? They're gonna be nosy and wanna see what you're up to, so they probably will try to get in your lap. Oh, that's too funny. But yeah, I love the fact, like Dave said, you know, doing this at home, even if you don't remember it exactly, it's okay. Just try to practice certain things. Even if all you remember is, all right, I remember there's a box in my lap, I step with my left, and I put it on the shelf. You know, just that kind of motion, that's fine. Do something like that. Or you're in your chair and watching TV and you go, you know what, I'm just gonna practice this nice gentle breathing. Don't worry about exactly where your hands are, just enjoy that breathing in and out. And it'll put you in such a wonderful state and frame of mind. So when those commercials come on, you're like, yeah, whatever, just I'll be able to focus on something positive instead.
I think if you have trouble going to sleep at night, that's it.
Yes,
Get relaxed
excellent. Yes, people have told me that.
problem.
No, but people have told me that they've had a hard time sleeping, and after doing Tai Chi for a little while, they found that they really, Yes.
Everything down and clears your head.
yep. And I think any physical activity too can help with that too at times. Meaning, yes, of course I want you to do Tai Chi, but if you're a little more active during the day, doing some other, doing Tai Chi and other forms of physical activity, people have reported better sleep, getting to sleep and staying to sleep. So if you do have problems sleeping, that might be something to consider. And I think part of that, when you mentioned that with the breathing in particular, remember you're talking about those thoughts? And a lot of times people say that part of the reason it's hard for them to get to sleep and or stay asleep is they start thinking about something. So that's a really good way to,
I just like the Lord's Prayer, and that stops me from thinking anything else.
there you go, Nyla. Awesome. Yes, definitely. You can just try to get that hamster off that wheel. Just get it, kick it out. It doesn't, you know, whatever works for you is wonderful. Because again, that stress, you want to get rid of that stress out of your body, and that really helps. So wonderful. Good. Let's do
So what are you saying, that when we get a UPS package, we go out and pick the box?
Do your knees, remember you gotta pick up from your knees, yes,
I was
exactly.
gonna get to that, you didn't give me a chance.
Oh, Bill, that's so funny. So I want to see, how are you gonna put that box on the shelf? Is it real big?
You ain't gonna be able to, no shop there.
You gotta build one.
Yeah,
So you invite the guy in, or the one person, male, female, into the house, and you just say, okay, now watch me I'm gonna show you how to put that on the shelf, yep.
right.
See if they know that move or not. I'm so glad that's not my job, I can't imagine having to lift packages all day long.
Very
But,
good.
yes,
I'm into mantras and meditation
yeah.
and doing this Tai Chi along with the mantras.
What helps you focus? Yep.
And mindful thinking.
Mm,
Like the Lord's Prayer. Whatever.
yeah.
No distractions.
Yeah.
Just relaxed and slow, and I am at peace, there's one,
Yeah.
and repeat it over and over again. And it helps.
And it's helping. Good. Thank you. Yes. Good information, as far as just trying to, I love that word peace, I used the word last time we talked about a Chinese word called Jing, Jing, and it stands for serenity, and it's basically being present in the moment. So that breathing, that's what it's doing, whether you're using any type of chants or Lord's Prayer, whatever that is, to get your mind serene, to calm, to peace, and that's what that's helping. Why the arm movements? What do you think? If you can certainly do it without the arm movements, but we do it as in our form as the arm movements. What do you think it helps with that?
Circulation.
Well, I was thinking it was like intentional, so you're being more mindful. And you have to concentrate on that, so. You can't do those two things at once, so the hamster on the wheel, it pops off.
That's so neat. Yeah, intentional movements. Absolutely, that's what Tai Chi is all about. Intentional. They're slow, smooth, and continuous movements. And that is something that our bodies like, actually. It really likes it and helps us to focus.